Hello, and welcome back to the channel, and welcome to the Exovia uh, demo. So we're gonna check this one out. I kind of played it the other night a little bit for fun. I'm gonna start a new one. Genre compels the soul to look upward and leads us from world to another.
Complete. Life support stable. Good morning, Pioneer. Mission protocol. Exovia 7. Long Range Expansion Initiative. Objective. Construct Class 4 Warp Gate in Asteroid Field Delta. Estimated mineral density within asteroid sector high. Atmosphere absent. Pre-operation sequence initiated. Suit pressure nominal.
Yay!
Beam calibration in progress. Always remember, we are Exovia. We solve one problem and then the next.
Yay!
Begin when ready.
All right. So we have kind of our little guy here. We have a couple little guys here like this. So we have ice, we have rock, and down here we have metal. So what we're going to do is it wants me to come over here and it says use space to auto stabilize. So we'll go ahead and hit space and hold. You got to hold it for a minute for it to be happy with you. When you hit one here, we're going to go ahead. We'll get some of these rocks out of here, right? And then so it wants me to mine 5 rocks. Once I can get kind of the 5 rocks in here, I kind of got an idea of a little bit that we're going to try to do here. Then we'll hit the 2, and we can right click and we can summon rocks in. Then we can do that. We can get them over here, and then they do that, and then we left click and then launch them in there. All right, so that's all good. Back to 1. Kind of get some of these guys here going. I got a plan here. So back to 2. Suck all those. Nope, you come here. And then fire back into there. All right, so you just kind of got to get them close to that, and it'll kind of work, right? So now it's telling me that it wants me to go down here to this other location. Back to 1. Boop. Get us a little bit of metal here. Come on. Do all that. Back to 1. So the beginning of it, like most of these games, are they're a bit slow. Kind of got all these guys here doing. Come on. Back to 2. Coming all these back in. Now you can kind of hold them as long as they stay inside of the thing. Right? As soon as you get them to kind of where they need to go, you can kind of launch them in there. Right? You go ahead and grab these guys here. We can just kind of launch them. They just got to get close to that area, and there's like a little gravity thing that will kind of grab them. Now we can kind of cheese down here a little bit and go like this. Go boot. Nope. Not doing that? Okay. All right. So now it wants me to refine ore. So we're refining the ore. Let's see. Refining 10 rocks of process. It wants me to build an accelerator rocks. Right? So I'm going to kind of cheese this a little bit. So I'm not going to just do that. We'll go here. We're going to go to research here. We're going to go here. This gives us our basic building, right? We're going to do that. Okay. Easy enough. Easy peasy. I'm going to give me a wall diagonal. Like right here. No. Like right there. I'm going to left click and build that. Or rotate this guy around like this, right? So this guy can go like this, right? And then I think I need to move those back a little bit, right? Because I actually want to build. I guess that guy does go there. Okay, so we'll rotate here like this. And then this guy I want to build. Let's see. think I want to build it like. I want to build it like right there. Nope, that's not where I wanted it. Let's see. E to deconstruct. All right, let me try that again. Q, build this guy. Build it right there like that. All right, so now I got that one built where I want it to be built. This one, I can pull this one out, and we'll build another one of these guys like this, right? So I can build him there, kinda, right? Blocked by user, blocked by tile, right? All right, so nope. Let me do one here like this, and then we'll do two. Pull those in. Q. We're gonna build this guy like this. So it looks like I might need block by. Oh, there it goes, right there. There you go. So there, I got both of those guys in there like that. Okay. So I'm gonna hit Q here. We're gonna go. But you, nope, I didn't want that guy there. Let me pick this guy up. And then we'll do back Q this guy like this. Do like that, right? So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna do this. We're gonna go ahead, do a rock accelerator. Oh, I need more rocks. If only there was a place I could get more rocks. So the whole thing here is I'm trying to build a big crazy chute here. And then let's do this. Then we're gonna get some rocks. Give me the big rock. Two. Get all these guys summoned in. The vacuum. Take this guy here with us. And then you can kind of throw them, as long as you can kind of throw them that way, they'll eventually figure their life out and get to where you need it to be. And then you can do that. All right, let me get some more progress and I'll be right back. All right, I got a few rocks for us. And then what we'll do is we're going to go ahead and we'll go down here to Q. I want to make me a rock thing. I'm just going to put me this guy right here, right? And then we'll kind of go back here a ways. And we'll drop this guy here, right? And so the idea here is that what we'll do is we're going to go up here. We'll go back to one. We'll do these guys like this, right? And then as we get these guys going down here, they're going to get kind of bounced around and jostled. And hopefully, eventually they'll kind of figure out, and oh, they're not going to touch it. Come here. Right? And then we can do that. And then as soon as they kind of catch the rock thing, right, they're going to get tossed along the direction. And as they eventually will kind of wiggle their way down there. And once they hit those rock things, they kind of figure out their life and do that. Now they will hit you. There is physics involved and stuff like that. But we can actually get those kind of doing, right? Now the other thing we can do too is I can kind of cheese this guy a little bit, and we can kind of do this. I can kind of cheese it a little bit more, and I can do this, right? And we can go like this, put that guy in there like that, right? And then those will all going to go kind of in there. And then as they bounce around and they figure out where they're going, they'll eventually kind of make their way to where we need it to go. The idea here is just to have enough of these things kind of to kind of bounce them in the correct directions that they will eventually figure out where they want to go. So we'll get these guys in here. And we can just kind of dig straight up with it. And then as they get down there, that thing's going to launch them into the direction where I need them to go. Now, these things here, if I can hit that, they explode. And pieces come flying out. And it's great and glorious. And we'll have lots of resources. Now, that rock thing only works on rocks. So if I take like these guys, right, I can push them down here like this and let them go, and boop, and all the rocks will take off. But this guy won't. So like the metal the metal isn't going to go where I want it to go correctly. So what I have to do is I have to go back down here and still bring the metal ones with me. So that way I can get enough metals. Now, if I just get them along the kind of the edge, like they don't have to like be inside of it. They just have to kind of touch the edge area, and it will basically send them where they need to go. So that comes in important here in a minute. So we'll get us some more advancements here. Okay, get these guys. So these are get all those. And then that eventually they'll kind of just bounce and then kind of go where they need to go. Those guys go. Come here. Give me that one. I need that one too. I need the metals. All right, so there's all the metals. So if we go back in here, we go back into research, and we have basic mining, basic vacuuming, right? This guy is later tiers. So basic mining, we'll go ahead and do that. And then basic vacuuming also, we can go ahead and do that. We can go to modules, basic mining speed, right? So we can go ahead and build this guy. And then we can take this guy and put it over here. So that improves our vacuuming. So this will basically, we need more rock for that. That way we can have more of that stuff going too. So we can do these guys here. You just gotta be careful because if you're in the way, they'll hit you and they'll slow down. Do that guy, just launch him off that way. And eventually we'll get all these things here where they'll start going that way. There you go. That guy, all that can go away. And that will eventually kind of figure its life out. It's kind of the trick. Kind of eventually get it to wiggle the way it needs to go. Just kind of launch it down that way and let it bounce around. I'm sure my computer really likes it. Get all those guys going in there. All right, so now it wants me to reach the target location again. Where does it want me to go? Down here somewhere. That thing, just get it thrown down in the direction I need it to go. Let's launch all those for now. And then it wants me to get over there. So let me get these guys back to here. Probably wouldn't be bad to do this. All right. Then we will just kind of dig over to where we're trying to go. Eventually, maybe. You get out of there. Go away. There you go. All right, so that guy's probably gonna hit those things and slow it down. Isn't my optimal thing there, but we'll deal with it. Now, with me digging these out like this, eventually what will happen is these guys are going to kind of figure out, and they'll go down there, they'll hit that one, and they'll just kind of launch it across. It'll be great. You'll see some harder rock here in a second. All you can go away. Okay, you want to chase me? All right. just a mess. Just a mess. Back into here. And more rocks. Always more rocks. Now I gotta see what I actually need. I think I just need rocks for these. So let's go to deeper into the rock modules, vacuum gun. We'll build that guy. We'll go ahead and put him in here too. And then, okay, so we have, okay, that's cool. We have astronaut, economy, automation, all kinds of fun stuff. So break through the heavy rock in the next area, right? So basically just wants me to keep going. And then we got some green stuff here. Now, the only bad part about it is, especially with like metals and stuff like that, we have to worry about. They're not going to be hit by that thing yet, so we gotta get that figured out here in a minute. So it wants me to refine iridium, which is what this is probably is. Then it wants me to do a scanner, and eventually you do start getting into more automation and like mining drones and stuff like that. At least in the demo, I don't know how much is actually going to be in the actual game. Like honestly, it's mining. It's mining, and then you can kind of send things back and get things open. So ultimately, it's pretty cool. I like it. All right, so we'll go ahead and head back. See if we can find some more purple rocks on the way, or the green rocks. Go ahead and launch those. Be that one. Those have all gone there. Give me that. Those can go down there, and then I can do this. So that is all going in there. We'll get some nice little rocks. We'll get this guy exploded. That'll be fine. Look at that. Nice little explosion. Rocks going everywhere. That one guy. Those are all going good. Get these guys going. All these picked up and just launch on all the rocks. Be all right. It'd be all right. More rocks being thrown down here, and eventually it's just this like weird physics sandbox where it's just throwing rocks around, and then it takes forever to get them, get them cut up. Awesome. All right, so that should give me all that, and then that should give me a little bit of that stuff. So we'll go back in here. We'll go back to our research. And then this guy, ice and metal extractors or accelerators, right? Auto miners, advanced mining, basic movement, scanner, right? It wants me to do the scanner. I'm not going to. Universal movers, so I need to get more of that. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go here. I do need ice. So I need to go find some ice. And this will all become clear, the reasons you want to do this very soon. Let's see. So this is all uranium. Or not uranium, lithium, I think. All right, let me get over here to this next hole. I'll be right back. All right, so I got a little bit of ice there. So we got 4 of them going, a couple more being processed, I think. So those are all being processed. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go to Q. I'm going to get me a metal accelerator here. I'm going to take my metal accelerator. I'm going to put it. Let's see. We can put it right here like this. And then I'm going to take me an ice accelerator like this. And what I'm going to do is so that way if metal comes in and metal gets forced down here, ice gets forced up there, it'll be great. It's going to be awesome. Eventually we'll get these things figured out. So I think I need to get research. I need to get some more lithium. So we need to go down here and find some more lithium. And then let's see. Here it is right here. All right, so we'll go ahead and get these guys here. Now this one's going to be kind of good and bad because it's a big lithium rock, but at the same time, it's going to be kind of a pain to get down there. These guys picked up. Get all these melted. So it is a bit slow, and we do have the upgraded mining thing on here, but it's not a fast mining experience by any stretch of the imagination. This should give us enough lithium to do what we're going to be doing next, though. This guy done. Get him out. Get him going to his new home. This would pop. Ah, come on. All right. Those are good. All right. So this guy is going to come down here. And then we're going to try to drag it up here and then just kind of slowly push it straight down. So if I can get enough speed on it, like that, there he goes. It's going to go down there, it's going to hit that thing, and then it's going to be bounced over there. It's going to be great. And then I can take these guys and go like this. And they'll all get pushed over into that. And then we'll get some more of the rocks once those kind of get done. And then hey, we're getting really close to being able to start doing some more stuff here. So let's get this guy. Those need to be researched. Scanning for resources. I don't want to do that. Build target modules. Nothing else in the modules yet. So we still go down here. And right now we're just kind of doing some rocks. There's some more ice over there. These all kind of built down. There we go. Get all these guys. Get all these guys. Pull all those with me. Those just kind of get launched there. So eventually, hopefully the big rocks will come down here. We don't need to give them a lot of speed, just a little bit. And then as they kind of get there, they will kind of take care of themselves. We just want to be out of the way so that we don't interrupt them too much. And we got another big rock that's not doing what we want it to do. So we head back in here, try to find it. There he is. He got lost. We can do this. One. There you go. This, and then we can just kind of use our jetpack, put our head into it. Oh, there we missed. So we have some issues, especially with if they can kind of get on there and break it up, they can. So what we can do is we can do this guy here. Right. That one. Can do that. And then we'll go back here to one. We'll do this guy here. Take these guys out. These guys like this and go boop, boop, boop. There you go. Do that, and then we'll do these guys. I think I need one more. That guy can be in there like that. Get one more here. Then we get this guy like this. Make that all nice and flat again. And you can kind of go through and make this like shoot so that you can just kind of launch things down there. You don't have to worry about them getting bounced around too much. But really what we want to do is to go into here. We go into our research. We're going to go ahead and research this guy. And then once I get those done, I'm going to go, this is a universal accelerator, right? So we don't have a lot of those that we can make. We're going to need a lot more ice. But what we can do is get this guy out of here. And then we can build us a universal there. And eventually we could come back through and put a nice little pathway in here to keep it kind of, not as bad. But that guy in there like that. And then do like that. So then what we're going to do is we're going to go in and start digging further into it. We're going to go up. Universe accelerator to the face. Yeah, be careful of those old universal accelerators. Nope, but we just kind of dig through and get where we need to go, and eventually, hopefully, we'll get all this stuff kind of dug out and get the resources that we need, which will allow us to do what we need to do. And then as those things kind of touch that universal accelerator, they're just going to be launched. That'd be great. Do this, we can summon a bunch of these things in and just go and launch them out. Let it all get figured out and get these guys all pulled. Got a couple pieces of ice up there. Now, the cool trick is now we can actually launch metal and ice that way too. And don't need to worry about uh, having them not move anymore because the universal accelerators will just launch any rock. So that way they'll all get down there, and then they get sorted down there, and then we can kind of keep our uh, processes kind of going. So you'll see, like, we're up to like 342 rocks now. And then we got a little bit. Ice is really what we need. So, but now the cool trick is, once I can kind of get down here, get all these guys summoned, get them all flying down there where they need to be. Go down here, we'll get us a couple pieces of ice. Right, so we can get these guys like this, go up here and just launch them down there. And they'll eventually, you'll see this number up here is going to change so that we'll end up with more ice. Which will be very helpful. Probably need to make me a doorway or a blocking plate there. There's a blocking plate so they won't get stuck there. So there's 5. And then if we do it just right, where I go up here, I take my universal accelerator here. I could put it here like this, right? So if I do this, I go grab all this ice, including the big one here. Big one we can kind of toss in there. It's going to take its own sweet time to get down there because it's going to be slow. But we can launch all these at it and then use it to speed them up. That'd be great. Now, the only bad part about it is they can kind of get lost if they get kind of hit or spun off as they go down. It can cause problems. But eventually we should be getting more ice. Those guys. And then as these guys eventually make their way down here and they hit that universal thing, they'll just take off. It'll be great. Or we can help them. This we can just kind of help everybody. Now all those little explodey rocks things, any of them that you ever find, they just kind of blow up in different configurations, and all you have to do is kind of hit them, and they do it, and it's great. Got all these kind of cleared up. And as you go and you can start getting further and further and build a decent chute, it eventually just kind of start taking over itself. You don't have to worry about it too much anymore. Got to get them close to where you need them, and then they kind of figure it out. We'll eventually get you going. There you go. Get these guys, and then as you do that, you'll start getting more and more. Like so, obviously we need ice, we need stuff like that. All that stuff is going in there, and then you can start building it where you can build the arrays to kind of catch stuff. And like if we really wanted to, we could come in here and go queue like this, and we can go like this, like this, like that. Let me go here. Let me get these guys up here and get them out of here. That way they're not that. Then we can get here. I think I need one more. Let that guy get shot off. There you go. See you later. Bye, buddy. You can do like this, right? So that way we have this nice obstacle down here, right? So anything that comes down doesn't go down there and get trapped. And then you can kind of just come up here and just mine to your heart's content, and just take all this stuff out. And then as it does that, and it slowly goes down and finds where it's going, it just takes off. So I can go through here. I'm going to basically clear a big path and get us a bunch of resources, metal, ice, stone, stuff like that. And then I'll be back in a little bit. Talk to y'all soon. All right, so I kind of got some dug up here. We got a bunch more stuff kind of gathered. Still throwing ice and stuff at it. I did find this crazy thing. I don't know what exactly this is or what it does, but it wants some items. So we're gonna start getting the items for it. So it looks like it needs looks like gold and rock. So 300 rock and 50 gold. So we'll go ahead and do that for it. To get these guys dug around here. Let's get these pulled out. Get all these. Can I sneak over here? Get all these guys kind of stuck up in there. See if I can get them. Trying to get the rocks. All right, fine. You guys are coming with me then. We'll get this guy pulled out of here because I don't think it needs those. I think it's the gold stuff. I have another little gold thing over there, and we'll feed this thing what it needs and see what it does. So let's do that. Get all those back. And then we'll go back here. Bounce this stuff into where we need it to go. Let that guy bounce around down there. Go over here, see if we can get this guy into. Come on. Lots of bouncing. Get all these guys. Come on. I need lots of rocks. Lots and lots of rocks. Get all these. Oh, there you go. Lots of rocks. All right. And then the rocks shouldn't be that big of an issue because there's lots of rock here. It's actually going to be the gold. I think it's gold. I don't know if it is actually gold or not. We'll go up there and see what we can find here. These guys pulled out. Make us another nice little location. You go in there. And then we'll get these guys cleaned up. And hopefully this is the resource that I need for that guy. And then 50 of them is a bunch. Because hopefully I don't need it for too much other stuff. But we'll just kind of go with it and see what it goes. Hopefully, like I said, I don't know what it actually does. I ran into it when I was kind of doing the previous stuff for this game. Kind of toyed with it one night before bed, and then so we'll see what it actually does. My luck, it'll be something that's not in the demo yet. But it's a cool game. Like I said, it's just mining. We're just kind of doing what we can and just mining an asteroid. The 2D side scroller, um, where you're doing this, it's definitely a different take on it. So, and I like different takes on stuff. Part of the reason I do a lot of indie games and stuff like that is because an indie game will go through and do some crazy stuff like this, and a AAA game never will, right? Like you're not going to get a AAA game that does this because even though it's fun and it's a cool idea and something new and different, the stockholders just aren't going to allow it. All right, so we're down to how many of these guys do we have? That's 30 of them. Let me go over here and see how many are in this guy. Just need 20 more. Lots of digging. Not trying not to let too much of the gold get away. I don't know if it's really gold. It just looks shiny and yellow, so I call it gold. That can go in there. That can all go in there. So I need 3 more, so I'll have those. So all right, let me get be back when I get closer to doing whatever that thing needs done. I'll be back in a minute. All right, well this is going actually fairly quickly. Just kind of melting the rocks out of here, and then they just kind of get pulled into it. So it's going along fairly well, fairly easily. It's taking a little bit of time. It's got like weird things on the side of it. It's like it's like a triangle with a rock, and then like an asteroid power shooter thing or something. I don't know what's going on. Where are we on? We're at 250. We get these guys. We'll get these big guys out. Get those in there too. Every once in a while, he'll grab a rock and like pull it in, and almost it almost takes my head off. It's great. Get these guys. So we'll get that, and then maybe it looks like we got enough. All right, so that's them. Okay. So I don't know what this thing's supposed to do. To turn on, is it in missions? I don't want to scan for primary resources. Research. The mining, exploration, building. All right, so faster refining, auto miners, advanced mining, advanced vacuuming, basic movement. That could probably be helpful. Okay, fine. We'll search the scanner. So it looks like we need metal. So unfortunately, like these guys just aren't. I don't know what this thing's supposed to do. Use a scanner to locate an iridium deposit. So 3 scanner. So we need to find an iridium deposit. Oh, look, there's one right there. Actually, those are all iridium deposits, I think. Okay. I don't know how the scanner is supposed to work. All right. That is iridium right over there. And then what we can do too is I figured this one out. So like I can put like this guy here, right? So but if I go over here, I hit Q, we go get us a wall right diagonal. So we'll do a diagonal wall right there like that, right? And then once we do that, we can kind of put an accelerator universal in right here like this and get blasted in the face. They're probably going to bounce around quite a bit till they kind of get their stuff figured out. Because the that thing's just going to catch them. There's a lot of things in the way, but eventually what they'll do is they'll make it down there, right? And then as long as they hit that thing and kind of bounce down there, then it figures its life out. All right, let me get over here closer to this uranium deposit and then see what it has to say then. Three. Pretty sure that's an uranium. Nope. Get all those launched down there. That will all figure that's life out. Yeah, then these are just showing how many rocks are actually down there being mined and worked on. I'm pretty sure that's uranium. I don't know why it's not letting me do it. I spent too much time not listening to it. Now it's mad. It'll be all right. Oh, target type irradium or uranium. Okay. Okay. All right. Fine. We'll do it that way then. There's one right there. I don't need to do it. Z ice there. It's right. There's one right there. Why? Really? Okay. I don't know what you want me to do every single one of them. All right. So it wants me to reach target location again. Get all these launched the correct direction. Anybody that gets frickin'. Okay. Let's get this guy. Pick that up. All right. So now that I've got far enough into it, now let's see what this thing says. Okay. Deposit 50. Okay. Oh, I did it ahead of time and now it's going to be broken. I already did that. Okay. Well, I broke it. All right. So I'll have to do it again next time and figure out. I don't know if I can. Missions. I don't have a way. I don't have a way to get out of it. I think I've broken it. So let me save and quit, and then let me load game. I think it's this one. I think that was my other one. Evidently, I should have followed the tutorial. I then broke the game. Yeah, so it broke it. So what I may have to do is start over, make a new one, and then not do this until until it tells me to do it. So, but I think for now, like I said, it's the demo. There'll be a link down in the description for the Steam page if you want to go try out the demo yourself. Hopefully, when the game comes out, I'll be able to pick it up rather quickly, and we'll get back in and look at it some more. You guys be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. As always, if y'all like the videos, please consider throwing a like on it. If you have a question, comment, or concern, you can leave that down below. And if you are not subscribed and you would like to be, there's a button for that too. You guys be safe. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.